input from your sides so that we decide suitably for this company ABC. So may I request the group to come forward and give their valuable inputs on the same? So Anupamji, you have gone through the case. Probably if you can start with, it will be a great start for the team.
Okay. Since the company is facing tough times and there is a requirement of retaining only one person, we have to give only one name and then we have to rank order the others. This is
rank order you forget for the time being.
Okay. I would
decision will be retained. That's all.
I would retain number one.
Okay, thank you very much, Anupam, for the same.
Primarily,
can you give the compelling reason?
I'll just give me 10 seconds. The primary reason why I would wish to retain number one is basically because of his technical competence and technical strength. A company which is facing an uncertain future because of the competition, you require technically competent people at this point in time. Task orientation is more important than people orientation. The man has issues with respect to the people orientation, but his task orientation and his technical skills are very strong. So in the current context, I would vote him as number one.
Thanks for the valuable input. I think very logical thing has come up, the task orientation and technical. So anyone who can just give his own perspective if differ with this? I know this is very interesting case and a lot of options are there. I have 6 to 7 people. Namita, do you have the same perspective or you differ?
Sorry, Ritu, I could not go through this. I joined a bit late.
No issues. It's a very simple case. Maybe we can hear you at the later stage. It is the case is that we have to retain one employee out of 6, and you may go through. How about Priyanka? By the time, if you can pitch in and give your important views.
Ritu, you permit, I want to speak.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Arvind. You can take lead. Next, maybe Priyanka will come forward.
So before I actually go for, even selecting one person, let's understand what this company is all about. It's a manufacturing company. We all understand. The company has a family-like culture. This is something we always value because to build up a culture in any organization takes a lot of time. And it is very important to drive the same culture in the bad time also when we have waves in our company. And when I have to decide between all the people, I would actually recommend going for Shankar, who is 6th. If we actually see the qualities of Shankar, he might have been...
Arvind, can you just tell which number? Sorry, I don't have the screen open with me.
Number 6.
2 or 4?
No, number 6, Shankar.
Okay.
So Shankar has a history of saving the company since the very beginning. It means he is very qualitatively also supportive. At the same time, he is a good human being. He has been seeing few challenges on his health side, also on the family mental side. But when we actually take a decision, the decision is not taken for a very short duration. Company actually has a strategic decision where it is going to affect the person and all the employees and the culture within the organization for a longer time. I would actually recommend taking an action which has an impact for a longer time. When we go for Shankar, we actually are showing our empathy and compassion for people in need because, there are 4 people dependent upon Shankar. He has been under stress, but we have to see also that he has, saved the company when the company needed him the most. So it is also a time when we actually have to think about the payout. At the same time, when we talk about empathy, when we talk about compassion, we drive a very high and a strong culture within the organization, which actually will drive all the employees through these bad waves. And, I think it will help everyone to steer and get better solutions, and it will be more effective for the organization.
Thank you, Arvind, for a very different perspective of empathy being very important at your end at this stage for the company. So now, Priyanka, would you like to have your inputs there?
Priyanka is not there in the group as of now.
Okay, thanks, Anupamji, for sharing this. So now
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, we have now Praveen and Shivani, two more people who can really pitch in and give their thoughts for a better consensus of the team. Hi there, who is there ready? Shivani?
Ritu, we just have, it seems, Namita, Praveen, the other Arvind Deswal,
Okay.
Apart from three of us.
Okay. So, Namita, can you now give a little more perspective, and hope you would agree that this is very important to come up consensus, and we are just having at the moment.
The case study is not with me. I cannot see what all other people are there. I mean, I could hear about two.
Okay.
Number 5 and number 6.
Okay.
And so I cannot give any, I mean, opinion on that.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
I joined a bit late.
No issues. Thank you for putting forward your concern, Namita. I can understand, but your opinion was really valuable for us. Praveen has also updated that his mic is not working, but by the time, Praveen ji, we can be a little more creative. We don't want to miss your input. Why don't you put in your chat, your inputs there? And I would like to give my perspective on this as a facilitator, sir, if I can do that. Do the group allow me to put my inputs there?
Yes, Ritu, we are actually here to hear everyone, right? You know.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Praveen, you can, I hope you are there with us and you can put there in chat, your views.
There's other Arvind also, Arvind Deswal.
Okay, Arvind Deswal ji, maybe if you want to, you can also come up.
Yeah, hi Ritu. So
that's great.
Yeah, from my perspective, I think we should go with first employee, first participant, because I also feel that technical knowledge or skills, these are really required. If we do have people, those who have the required skill set, they can really, help us in terms of running the company, in terms of saving us in the future, because without skills, without knowledge, there is no future that I see for the company. So that is the first and foremost requirement for anybody whom we should retain. So I'll go with employee 1 as per my opinion.
Right. Thank you so much, Arvindji. In fact, three of perspective, we have now three of the clear perspective with us. So two perspectives are talking about the task orientation and technical skill, which is required currently for the company. And one is actually talking about the long-term perspective, the empathy, which has to be there. So if I put my input here.
Ritu, before the facilitator comes in as with her input.
Yeah.
Praveen is saying first employee. Technical knowledge, and once the company will be on track, they will help in.
Oh, that's great. So thanks
on the chat.
Yeah.
So basically now what we have is three of us are for participant 1. Arvind is for participant number 6, and now we can hear your views.
Yeah, so thank you. In fact, if I summarize the team members' input now, very nicely helped and facilitated even by Anupamji, because of the technical issues we have tied up now. So three of them, they are having the technical competency as a priority, and one may be a long-term empathy. So with these facts in mind, as a facilitator, what I would think of personally also, because the company is manufacturing company, and with long, now the need is the competition to take care of. Here I see the group 1 being winning the race with the team consensus also there. And yes, and maybe Arvindji, how do you think now that with these three in talking about technical and empathy is important, but at current, if we see the short term was more important for this company to survive, do you now feel appropriate that we can really go with the technical one in this scenario?
Ritu, can I add one thing before you conclude, what is required?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, when I actually go through participant number 6, Sankar, he has saved the company in many times. What if he's not technically smart, do you think he'll be able to save the company? So even though it is not written, it is for us, to discern what makes him save the company. And when we talk about participant one, he uses a lot of his office time to upgrade himself. And he's lot of times he's not available. In the need of time, if the person is not available, even if you actually have the knowledge and skill, do you think that person is going to, be helpful? So why should even we consider number one? He's not going to be helpful for the organization. We have to see the person if he's helpful for the organization or not. If you are the best person in the world, that is not going to make me decide for you. The person, if he's going to be the best for the organization, that is going to be, the deciding factor for me to decide, okay, this person should be kept in the organization. So your knowledge and skills should be kept with you, right? How you use your knowledge and skill for the help of organization when it is needed, that is something I'll be looking upon when I have to select an individual. So I would definitely not go for number one. I will go for number 6 because he has many times. And what makes me,
Arvind, sorry, one issue on this entire thing.
Thank you, Anupam, for pitching in. Arvind had a very interesting thought and he had a very strong feel about that. So maybe if we can just have a little more view on this important point which Arvind had raised, Anupam.
No, my issue on this fact is, one, I was not very sure of the language of the paper, whether it was saved the company or served the company.
Saved the company.
I took it as served the company.
Served.
Yes,
It is served.
He served the company. That is what.
Yeah, SERVED. That is a wrong spelling.
So saved is not the correct one. That is one part. The second issue is, at this point in time, if the company is looking at culling employees, out of 6, they want to retain only 1. It means that the company is in a real dire strait. And if the company is in a real dire strait, I have no issues with what you are saying in terms of the empathy. But retaining this employee may not be the best possible thing for the company. Maybe giving him the correct severance package and then sending him off to look after himself. He's also mentally now very fragile because of his psychological problems. So his retention is going to hasten the demise of the company. It is not going to save the company. So by retaining him also, after some time, if the company goes bankrupt and winds up its business, it helps no one. But if
thank you, Anupamji, for bringing your points.
Pardon? Sorry. Just 10 seconds more. If the company gives him the correct severance package, catering for the service that he has done so far to the organization, and then moves ahead, maybe you never know if the company revives itself back and gets its employees back. He may again be one of those. It is difficult to change the organizational culture, but when survival is at stake, maybe very drastic measures need to be taken. I agree, 1 may not. We can have a debate between 1, 2, and 3 because there are all positive pluses and minuses of each guy. But at this point in time, I thought 1 was the most appropriate.
In fact, thank.
When you talked about, like number 1, and I said for number 6, I went with the thought that, it was written, he saved the company, served the company. So
yeah. So I can understand. In fact, it was very nice of Anupam to bring in the clarity of the question, the point. And now I think, Arvind, would you agree that if it is saved is not there and served is there, can we go with the part 1 as a best choice, who to retain as a team?
Ritu, I'll still actually try to focus on other, people also, because my focus at that time was on the word save.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So maybe even next time we are there, so you can again think of, because of paucity of time, we have to respect the team's view as well. So
Ritu,
would you like to give your input?
What do you want to do?
But Ritu, is able to decide for a person who is not going to support the organization in need, because it is written for one that he's not available at time. So if the need arises in the organization, he has a lot of knowledge, he's technically smart, but he's not available for the organization. How is he going to help?
Availability for the organization does not mean spending overtime. I disagree with the concept of most of the organizations that if you are sitting in office till 10 o'clock in the night, you are more productive and you are always available for the organization. That's, I think, a wrong way of looking at things.
Arvindji, it is really nice, and thank you, Anupam, for making it so involving session. Arvindji, there was one more point there. If you can just have a look, because you had little less time on the each case study, about solving the issues of the company was mentioned in one. Maybe if you can just put your thought there again, by the time the team come up with some more different perspective, if we have some time.
I just focus on the line where it is written that he's not available for discussions. I think a person who is not a team player, he cannot add any value to the organization. You can be individual contributor, but you will not be a team player and you will not add value to the organization.
Arvind, please read the previous line also. When in doubt on technical matters, people go to him and seek clarifications. It is not written that he doesn't help out people.
But he's not available for discussions, Anupam.
He is not available easily for discussion, could have 120 different meanings. If I want to seek you out at 10 o'clock at night, you may be involved in the other things. Yeah? You may not be available. And I cannot hold it against you. But if it is still 6 or 7 or 8, whatever is the working time of the organization, if you are not available in that time, then it can be said on that. And not available for discussions could be, he could be involved in other work also. He may not.
Yeah.
It could have 120 different connotations. We cannot, I agree it has got a negative connotation, but we cannot pick out something like this.
Anupam, a person who uses the office time to upgrade himself, he actually is not available for discussion for the people who come for. I think these are very negative aspects of person one. And I will go with the
how
team.
Other people, thanks Arvind and Anupam, it is really we can see that this case is really very thought-provoking. Any other perspective from Namita now on this particular one issue that this discipline is coming up now?
Yeah, Ritu, I am also, whatever I have heard, on the basis of that, I will also go for the number one person.
Oh, that's
And,
fine.
Yeah, because he is quite competent and the organization seems to be in a very poor state and survival issue is there. So for survival, we have to, survive first. After that, we can go for other things. Empathy.
Yeah. So survival of the fittest is coming the top of the group requirement. So any more perspective till we end the consensus?
I will just.
The management is not agreeing for number one. You have 5 more minutes to proceed.
Yeah.
They have management has some reservations about number one.
Okay.
They are not very sure whether they will whether he will stay in the organization. He's talking with some other organizations outside also.
Okay. So this is a new perspective that has entered now?
Yeah, this is a new information. Just it has come.
Okay. So see, time is very uncertain, team, and things have come. Uncertainty has just make.
I think sir, whenever we actually talk about ability and trust, I mean, for an organization, a person should be selected first on the basis of trust, because if trust is not there, abilities and other things won't work. So trust has to be there. In this case, I would actually like to go for another person who can be trusted and who actually can be relied on whatever ability he has, because there will be some input. But a person who is not trustworthy, he can actually be instrumental in a negative way. He can add negative values.
Thanks, Arvind. So which one name you suggest now?
So now it is a new perspective, right? So we have to reframe things.
Surely.
I still want to go with number 6, because 6 has the person Shankar. I actually try to take decisions for a long term. Organization doesn't depend
Your organization will not survive in long term with number 6.
So why, Anupamji, you have come up with this? If you can just give one statement, so that Arvind
Shankar is not fit for the organization when the survival is at stake. I am not in the business of charity. The organization is a manufacturing company. It is not a charitable organization. I empathize with that man, but at this point in time, my decision making cannot be clouded by empathy. There is a task at hand, and the task at hand is survival of the company.
Okay, so whom do you
ensure
recommend?
survival
now?
of the company.
Whom
So-
do you recommend now?
now-
Number one is, I mean, not worthy of being the one to continue. Then whom will you recommend now?
I will recommend number 3.
Okay, Karuna. So probably Karuna is being recommended by Anupam. So who supports Karuna?
When I have to think about Karuna, Karuna is a person who is not a team player. It comes very handy and clear from the statements written there.
Who's not?
Karuna is not a team player. She wants to drive everything on her own, right?
Yeah, so Praveen has also pitched in that equally important, I will not go for 6. So Shankar, Praveen is not voting. So we have 2 people, now 3 of them not voting, if I'm correct, this Anupam and Praveen, and also Priyanka, not for 6. So now Karuna is the main candidate team. So what is your perspective? Because we are left with very less time and team has to decide.
I will just give one example. In 1940, when the World War was on, Churchill has a very negative personality, but he was a pushy character. He could take people together for the cause that was the defeat of the Nazi Germany. The moment World War finished, the first election, a victorious prime minister was voted out of by the public because he no longer suited the requirement. I agree with Arvind. Karuna may not be the most appropriate person, but in the current time, I will go for Karuna. And maybe once the company stabilizes, maybe I will have to look at something. And if the times wouldn't have been so difficult, I would have probably gone in for number 2.
I think Anupam,
In the current context, I am little uncertain whether number 2 would be able to do the job. Because
I think Anupam, given the scenario change, I would go for number 2 because number 2 is still a person who has nothing negative. For number 3, there are negatives. So we have.
it's okay, that's fine. There is always
1 minute only.
the case cannot be complete at any point in time. I will go by 3 and 2, but if the others in the group have a consensus on 2, then I will not stand in the way of consensus. Then I will back.
So
But
thanks
otherwise,
very much
personally,
for
3 and 2.
pitching in very fast manner, putting your thoughts. And just to decide now, I would need one more vote for number 3 because we are already for 2 people for Karuna, and Amar is the second one with the one perspective, which is in dilemma. So maybe Priyanka, your vote is very important for us. Priyanka or Namita, if you can just vote for Karuna, we can decide that we can retain Karuna.
Yeah, okay. I am going for Karuna now.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah, whatever has been discussed about her, so she can achieve the result. She can, I mean, bring the company out of this. She can bail out the company.
Oh,
I'll go for
wonderful. So I think
but
now
Ritu-
with the benefit of the team, we have 5 people there and 3 of them, they have voted for Karuna, looking to the creative skill and being the task oriented. And currently, as Anupam mentioned, that this is the time when one can go for other choices, but not strictly we have to go for one because the company has to survive also.
Praveen
And
is also gone for Karuna.
yeah, okay, that's great. So team, it's a wonderful journey and well taken thoughts. And thanks Arvind ji for putting a very different perspective so that we had come up to a very nice decision. And this Karuna is the one that we as a team decide. So can we have your...
You know, what you actually did was you went with the majority, but you actually, did not foresee what are the, capabilities within 2. When you go for selection, either you go for majority or are you going for, right values and right attitudes. When I go for second, Amar, he is a person who believes in the value of the organization. He aligns with that. So
I appreciate. I thank you, Arvind, that you have come up with your whole heart, your thoughts. And at this point of time, you would also appreciate that the value of is not should be kept aside as it is important for the outcome of the team. So if you do feel hurted, we will just go for the team decision because we are working as a team. And this has come up as a best choice out of the team. And maybe this time, just for the benefit, I'll go with the team. How about you, Arvind? Will you go with the team for the benefit of the organization?
If it is like, we have to agree for a team, I do not mean no, I definitely I am there. My support is there, but I still do not agree to number 3 at any cost.
Okay, so if we have some time, anything that is bothering you, is it the value only that your own perception? But don't you see, Arvind, that here the team, 4 of them are actually there. So taking more time will be spoiling our decision, the right time decision of the organization.
Ritu, when it comes to decision taking for organization, I cannot go for a person who cannot be trusted at any cost.
Yeah, I appreciate your very candid approach at this point of time, Arvind. Maybe anyone, if you can just pitch in with the thought how, because Arvind is feeling that he has a little different perspective. Who all agree that we should go with Arvind? Can we spend more time, or we should take a decision? Team, can we come forward?
Oh, I have nothing against Amar, but he's a typical employee of an organization, very sincere, punctual, follows the organizational norms. All that is perfectly fine, acceptable. But tough times require tough decisions.
Your time is over. We can't extend it
Mm.
beyond this.
So thank you. I think
Thank
we
you so
close
much.
at this. We close at this.
And
Tough time
yes,
test
I have
decision.
given you extended time. I thought 20 minutes, but now it is 40 minutes. Anyway, quickly give your evaluation of the facilitator. You have that format which I've sent today. So each point you rate on a scale of 1 to 10 quickly. And facilitator, Madam Ritu, you also rate yourself. Am I clear?
Sir, did you send any document today?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Anyway,
You want me to share this document?
Yes, please.
Yes, Anupam, it will be nice.
I'll just try and I'll be able to put it on the WhatsApp.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
That's helpful, Anupamji.
I put it on the peer group.
Perfect, Anupam. Thank you.
quickly, please. You have to rate the facilitator, and facilitator will rate herself.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, so where are we right now? I lost internet connection in between, so I've re-logged in.
No, I had told them to give the evaluation to the facilitator as per the format
all right.
I sent today.
Okay, sir. Okay.
There is a evaluation which is given in the peer group by Anupam. So if you can see that there are points.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, or 1 to 10 scale. 1 is the lowest, 10 is the highest. For all these 16 points, you have to give your rating for each of the items. And please listen, the last item 17 will be your overall rating of the facilitator. Overall rating. You have given 16 points. Averaging, I'm not telling. What is your feeling, your overall rating for the evaluator on a 10-point scale? That will be your 17th point.
So do we need to share or do we discuss on this now?
No, if you're ready, I will ask you a few questions. You keep it with yourself. Is everybody ready?
I am ready, sir.
Ready, sir.
Madam Facilitator, Ritu ma'am, are you ready with
Yes,
your
a
rating?
very interesting part for me.
Okay. So you are reading with the ratings. So before we go for the ratings, I will ask the facilitator. First thing was that at the end of this exercise, how were you feeling? What were your feelings?
Frankly speaking, it was a great feel, sir. And because I could see a lot of team members coming in and pitching in and giving their perspective. So it was like they are helping me. They are helping me. So
So
that
how did you feel?
I feel I was powered.
It is not a feeling, it is thought.
Okay. I
Feeling
felt
is one
happy.
word.
Happy.
Happy. Okay. We have to distinguish as a facilitator between our thoughts and feelings and other person's thoughts and feelings also. Once we
Okay.
have to describe, it becomes a thought. But the moment we give one word, happy, sad, excited, insulted, and all these things, thrilled, all these things are feelings. Okay, good. Yes. I will ask only one question from you right now. What is that dimension or that aspect of facilitation where you think you could have done better?
It's very the one is where the different thoughts were coming, no? So because of paucity of time, I was feeling a little pushy that I have to bring the consensus. And frankly speaking, that was the time I thought maybe I can go for a next session. So more decision in what to do at that moment was a little concern at the back of mind. So there I need improvement. That what is the right approach to look into?
Okay. Will somebody else share the overall rating you have given to your facilitator? Overall. Anybody can share?
6.5, sir.
6.5. Why not 9 or 10?
Sir, the two basic reasons, sir. One is one of the major issues as far as the facilitation is concerned is the neutrality of the facilitator.
Hmm.
I felt that she could have been a little more neutral in her approach
Okay.
in the entire thing. There was one who was dissenting with the entire, uh, what should I say, consensus of the other members of the group. Consensus is actually not the right word, but less one participant, the others were generally zeroing on to one particular idea. And it should have been her endeavor to give out, to facilitate this one person also in accepting the idea of the other. She was may not be up to the mark. And the second is the connected with this is conflict resolution. There was a conflict in the group. There were two different sections in the group opposing two different lines, and she was unable to bring a consensus in them, and virtually it came down to a voting, 4:1 or 5:1, with her casting vote also being in favor of the majority group, which I think goes against the ethos of facilitation.
Okay. Anybody else would share the rating for her?
Yes, sir. I also rated 6. There were few reasons.
What's your good name?
This is Arvind, sir. I rated her 6.
Okay. 6.
Like, first, I will.
And what was the best part of her facilitation? What was the best thing in her facilitation?
So the best thing is she was trying to bring about collaboration within the team. So that was very good from a facilitator's perspective. There are some lot of other good things also. Like one is she was trying to listen, and she tried to bring in each of the participants. So these were the very positive points. But when it came to facilitation, she didn't set up the ground rules in the beginning. How it should flow, and the time management was also not done. Third thing is, there was no neutrality. She was rushing to, throw her ideas and try to, focus on the participants in the way, because she was trying to make everyone agree to number one, because she had for her.
Okay, you have come to the other part also. Thank you. I am just stopping you because of time problem. Anybody else would like to share the rating? Anybody else?
Sir, I would like to share one strength that she displayed. That was her willingness and her ability to try and involve everyone in the discussion, take opinions of everyone, and basically trying everyone to collaborate to a consensual decision.
Yes, that was, I think, the most striking feature of her facilitation.
That's what I said.
She was approaching everybody even by name, by calling name.
That was one of her strengths.
When one person told that she's not ready, I think very beautifully she told, okay, it doesn't matter. I will come back to you later on, something like that. So I think that created a good climate also inside the group. Thank you for this observation. रितु, आपने अपने को कितना रेटिंग दिया था?
सर मैंने ना ओवरऑल नहीं किया था, पर मैंने भी 6, 5, 4, 8, 1 में 7, तो वही एवरेज 6.5 ही आएगा सर. But I must say thank you very much team, and both Anupam and Arvind, who can really see, because this is a great period where we can actually build ourselves, and neutrality was one thing which I also felt myself. Yes, it is a point. I was a bit confused what to do at that point. So it is a great learning session. Thank you.
I think I will also like to thank the entire group. Actually, yes, I had little irritation. Some people were not prepared; they had not gone through. And but anyway, you managed within the time. Managed within the time. Actually, I kept on extending the time because the discussion was very interesting, let me say. And the way your facilitator began the way she roped in everybody in the discussion, it was good. And at one point, she told that, can I share my views also? And at that time, sharing the views is not very important or something good or bad. She sought the permission of the group. That was the best part of it. And the group had its autonomy to, maintain her neutrality by telling her that no, please don't share. We'll ask you later on. But the group allowed her.
Maybe
And this also says, one aspect of facilitation, that most of the time in real group facilitation, facilitator is also a member of the group. Even if when we do T group facilitation, their faculty is an external person, facilitator is an external person usually. But we always say to people that consider me also a member of the group. So I personally like that intervention. That yes, this is my choice. Now the question is that can the facilitator remain neutral even after giving his or her own choice? And my answer is yes, can be neutral, can be neutral. Uh, if given the choice, that also earns the membership of the group. That here I am also investing. I am also taking the risk of, naming somebody about whom the group can agree or group can disagree. So that was one challenging moment for me, that how should I take this step of the facilitator. And overall, I will say it was a beautiful intervention. So at many places, one thing was that she included, she was inviting everybody, and wherever there was difference of opinion, she was trying to manage it. Yes, I agree. Time may be the culprit, but in real life, whenever we have such type of meetings, we have a time boundary. Uh, Voting, I had told that voting is not allowed. I made it very clear in the beginning, in this exercise also, and in the previous one also, because this voting, kills some potency of facilitation. And ultimately, this proposal of voting came from the facilitator herself. That and what she had started doing conversing at a point. Oh, she was requesting somebody that if you vote in favor of this, I think decision will be there. I am lacking by one vote or something like that.
yes,
So
sir.
okay, it was it was interesting, but perhaps not as per the norms of the facilitation.
Okay.
Another participant just now, member, not participant, sorry, shared that ground rules. So in the previous exercise also, it was realized at the end that ground rules were not set, and here also ground rule were not set. So overall, it was a very good experience of facilitation. And if I have to rate your facilitation, I will rate slightly higher than 6.5. It may be 7, or even if somebody would have written 7.5, I would not have objected to it. So, once again, my thanks, very sincere thanks to the group and to the facilitator. I think you are all are on the right track. Uh, Another good thing was that somebody was telling that about Karuna. Actually, I was a bit surprised that why nobody, nominated Karuna for retention. And that was one of the reason I brought the crisis intervention, that management is not agreeable to number one. And at that time, this point came that your personal the word he used, I don't remember. That should not be there. Question is that the company is at crisis. And when company is at crisis, survival is more important than anything else. And in survivor, what type of personality will be most suited? That is your judgment. And going to very, very personal type of things creates barriers in some person's decisions somewhere. I'm not telling that Karuna or anybody else, I have not decided who should be retained, and I should not decide also. But that point somebody brought out very beautifully कि अपनी जो फीलिंग्स है और या इस तरह की चीजें हैं उसको छोड़ करके देखो बिकॉज कंपनी इज इन अ डिफरेंट स्टेट. दैट वाज अ ब्यूटीफुल इंटरवेंशन. सो ओवरऑल थैंक यू सो मच. I think you have learned, and in order to save on the time, I had brought out this format which I this morning, which I have given you. I think it covers almost important part of the facilitation. So thank you so much.
So thank you very much, sir. It was just having my life's first facilitation, and thanks Anupam for bringing me forward by recommending, because I am in the sales profession, sir, but deeply believe in training and I want to come into. And with this opportunity, I felt really very confident and very happy that I can also do it. And with the type of rating from an expert like you, sir, it is really, really great feeling. So thank you, everyone. Thank you, Anupam, Arvind, everyone in my team. Sorry if I didn't name them, but I'm really very happy. Thank you for making my day.
Great. I think everybody has contributed in everybody's learning, and I have learned also a few beautiful things from this facilitation. Now, friends, as you know that this is the end, and facilitation, I was in a dilemma that what should be the form. Really, I'm a person from who prefers experiential learning, but the constant was the 6 or 7 sessions only. So in 10 hours, um, you know, um, talking about facilitation was very difficult for me. So I tried my best to economize. One thing was that the handouts which I have sent to you, I think uh, that is very good from your knowledge part of view. Skills you have to practice, but that will give you some guidance for that also. Few things from some of the things I will say. Yesterday, I talked about these projects. So I did not make a presentation. I did not discuss much. My request is that we kindly go through it. If you read it twice or thrice, you will understand many things. But one thing was that what are the various types of interventions in facilitation? I mean, so in facilitation there are many, but in that presentation itself it is written. 9 types of interventions are very commonly used: exploring, seeking specifics, emphasizing process, that is, understanding the process underlying group problems. So that's why I took some time on understanding group procedures. You can study more from some textbooks or material on the net. Then
So we are not
diagnosis
able to
itself is an
see some
intervention.
slide. So we are not able to see the slide from which you are talking, sir.
No, slide I am not showing you. I'm telling that it is in the yesterday's handout.
Okay.
Slide I am not showing you. Whatever book I have given you, facilitation skills. So in that book, there is a chapter on facilitating, consulting, and other projects. So yesterday I was talking from that article only in the form of presentation.
Thank you,
Right
sir.
now, I am
Are you
not
talking
doing
about
it.
the Uday Parekh's book, sir, or some which book, sir? If you can just make it clear.
I had requested you people that if you want handouts, you send me your request. And many of you had sent their requests.
Yes.
So all the persons whose requests I had received, I sent them on Friday. I sent them 100, I think 75 page or something, that booklet prepared by me, ebook type of.
I have It's a.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
Huh?
thanks, Anupam. I will see.
I received that.
Pardon?
That is very good. I actually went through that book.
No, I haven't received it. Arvind, you have received it?
Yes, it is with me.
Can you share it with me, please?
Yeah.
Same, Arvind, if you can, nice. I haven't also seen that. In case I need it, I'll ask.
Arvind is not supposed to share. I have written there that you don't share to anybody. Those of you who have not received, you can send me a mail again. I will send it today itself.
Roger, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
We'll do that, sir.
So it is from there, and for saving time, I'm not bringing that here. I have the PowerPoint presentation for that also, but I'm not showing right now. So I was telling that exploring is one intervention, seeking specifics, emphasizing procedures, group procedures, understanding the process underlying the group problems. Symptoms are not problems. Basically, behind the symptoms are the procedures. Those are the issues or problems. I was telling just now that diagnosis itself, understanding the issues and regions of the issue, that is diagnosis. So diagnosis itself is an intervention. Here also, at times you people were making diagnosis. You were asking that, okay, Amar, why Amar? And it was a type of diagnosis. Confronting and feedback. Some beautiful confrontations happened here between the facilitator and the participant. Some participants were telling, no, I'm not agreeing, how that person can be, person is not available. Then facilitator was telling something else. Some other persons also came in between, that availability, what does it mean? He is most knowledgeable person, company needs. So confrontation was there. So confrontation and feedback. Sometimes giving feedback itself, makes the group move ahead. Managing group processes and structures. Here, there was nothing much about the structure. Making contents and suggestions. Sometimes when you are facilitating, you will find that some members are not, moving with the group because of some conceptual, some conceptual background is not there. The person doesn't understand a term, or the person doesn't understand the methodology. And that's why the person is not coming with the group, or the person is opposing, or person is becoming silent, or person is withdrawing. कि मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, something like that. So we say that if the need be, the facilitator can give an input on the content itself. Content itself, input can be given, but not all the time. When understanding of some concept is becoming a problem or issue with the group, then a brief, explanation of that content, that subject matter, is permissible, and it should be given. So making contents or making suggestions. Suggestions one can make, though, okay, gentlemen, don't move that way. Let's move this way because of this reason. But not always. If the facilitator starts doing it every time, there will be a dependency on the group. They will think that he is a more knowledgeable, or she is a more knowledgeable person. So every time he will or she will explain that. Teaching concepts and methods is just linked to that. And reframing. Many times one understands that the way the problem is being solved or problem is being understood, it is not going to solve the problem. We are not going to get what we want to get. So I also today reframed the situation by bringing the last minute interventions. So these are some of the very typical type of interventions. Two other things are there in my handout. And what are those two things? One is facilitation skills, and the other is facilitation technique. facilitation skills and facilitation techniques. I may come back to these two. These are there. Two chapters are there in your book, ebook, which I have given to you. But before that, I want to share you one thing. What is happening? This is it in a way closing, but if 5-10 minutes are left, I will come back to spend 5 minutes each on these techniques. So dimensions of facilitator effectiveness. This is a very important model, and I have taken it from my notes. I forgot to, earlier I used to remember whose model is this, but right now I don't remember. So one of the aspects for effectiveness of facilitator is the person himself. And the person, empathy, acceptance, congruence, flexibility, these things are important. There are many other things also, but these things are very much relevant or very much important for effectiveness of facilitator as a person. Empathy, yes, we have experienced. Somebody was talking also, you have empathy, and that's why you are saying, or we should not go by empathy at this critical situation and this and that. So, but the fact is that a facilitator should have empathy. So, empathy, acceptance of the person the way they are, congruence between thoughts, feelings, and actions. When a person's thoughts and feelings and actions are aligned, are making a triangle, we say that they are congruent. And flexibility, not rigidity, कि नहीं हमने ये choice दिया है तो I will make everybody agree. And here I saw flexibility, at least in in facilitator also there was flexibility. I saw, I was observing whether she is rigid or a bit flexible. And I don't remember one of the persons also who changed his choice. Skills, many skills, facilitating skills, you will read in the, if you go through that material, you will read in that also. But some of these are very important skills: listening, responding, expressing oneself, intervening, how to intervene, when to intervene, observing, and designing. These skills are very important skills for facilitation, and I think we should develop. In listening, there are different types of listening, but one specific type of listening in one of the handouts. I have spoken, constructivist listening. I think you will locate from there and you just see it is a very interesting type of listening. Then the techniques. Structured experiences. All these exercises we do in a structured manner. Games, exercises we put in this category. So in facilitation, sometimes, particularly when you are doing long facilitation, this type of structured experiences are essential. I will recall when my organization was working on the performance management system. I have shared with you that the system I had given, a consultant, international consultant came, and in the name of automating that system, they ruined the system. So I had shared with you, I told my boss that um, I will not lead this phase of the PMS because that was like my child and my child is being killed, something like that. But I promised them that I will not criticize it in openly. In open, I will not criticize it in public. That is what I told them. Now the question was that this was under implementation, and under implementation, some issues came, and the meeting was in my institute only, and director personnel was heading that meeting, director HR, and all executive director were the members, the participants, and there was a scope of yes, I just mind's slip ho gaya. One word was coming into that. It was a concept which was coming there, and with all their knowledge, lectures, presentations, stretching was the concept. They were not, they were understanding, but they were not agreeing. So from there, one of the EDs who had been my boss, he came running to my room. I was in the first floor, meeting was happening on the ground floor. कि साहब ने अभी बुलाया है, come with some game or exercise on a stretching. These people are not willing to listen. So there is some sort of in the presence of director, they have become very restive. So immediately come with some. I told you, are you a fool? How can I immediately? I am not attending that meeting. I don't know the context. How can I come immediately with exercise on a stretching? So no, he has told कि उनको immediately लेके आओ. चलो 5 मिनट के बाद आते हैं. And I started thinking, what should I do? If I don't go, they will say that this person is not cooperating. And yes, I remember that I had promised that I will not oppose, and I am also head of a unit. So it's my responsibility also that it should be implemented. But I had told them also that I will not attend any of your meetings on this issue. I had told that also as a precondition, and they had agreed. I went there, and half-baked exercise, something was there in my mind as something I modified. And that exercise of 10 minutes, that opened their mind to understand the stretch and what is that stretch. So these structured experiences sometimes are very, very useful in facilitation. Confrontations I have shared earlier. Instruments. Instruments are those questionnaires, those tools, something like that. Very short one, either we create there or there are some pre-created ones. So sometimes at very critical time in facilitation, those instruments are also helpful. And verbal and non-verbal interventions, we know that, techniques of interventions. Yes, there I was talking about content, small lectures. Lecturettes are very small lectures. So sometimes in these things, there is a place for that also. When we have long sessions of facilitation, like T group sessions or uh, programs on facilitation or leadership laboratories, interpersonal relations laboratories there. So there, although we are using experiential learning methodology, but at times we have to give a small conceptual capsule, and that we gave in the name of lecturate. Theories, many theories are useful. I will not say that all the theories we should master and all, but certain things are there which we understand it is very helpful, like personality, systems, group dynamics, and community behavior. Sorry, spelling is wrong here. Community behavior, organization behavior. Overall, all these things come under organization behavior in a way. And then the thing is that whatever books or literature you learn, whatever programs you attend, but more important, practice. Whenever there is some occasion, formal occasion, informal occasion, one should practice these skills. So these were the dimensions of facilitator effectiveness, and I have described here each of these uh, factors adequately so that you'll be able to understand it and you will be able to use it. Yeah, anything you would like to say about this?
Yes, sir. I really enjoyed the last two sessions. The way these facilitations were organized. I believe when we talk about facilitation or presentation, it is more about skill development and not about the awareness we can actually have through reading through articles or any other sources, cognitive sources. So it's not like only I really enjoyed, but the way we learned the practical challenges we can have. Uh, I saw that when you were helping us to facilitate and create a facilitation session yesterday and also today with Ritu. The challenges were like, since we all know each other, we were very open, and that also, created more risks for the facilitator, to allow everyone to speak at length. And, so they have to learn more. Whereas, if you are a person who is unknown, then there are less risks. This is in my, understanding. So the way even what it was handled by Ritu, it is great. And for all of us, how we put ourselves, the empathy that comes, how we put ourselves in that situation and how we could have dealt, this actually makes us a great facilitator. I mean, this is practical learning from experiences.
Great. I think so happy to hear you. And we have enough opportunities in our life for practicing facilitation. Even talking to our children on something, the small kid when is also trying to get something from you and you don't want to give, and now you are facilitating. That is a great experience. And sometimes the children are expert facilitators, although they have not heard this word facilitation. One of my granddaughters, she is in class 2 now, but since her early age, I think 4 years or even lower, whenever she come to me, she's in Delhi only. My daughter stays in Delhi. So uh, every time she comes with some agenda that this time I will buy this thing from Nana. There is a nearby shop, gift shop, near my society. तो वो जिस तरह से घुमा के हमको बोलेगी, डायरेक्ट नहीं बोलेगी कि नाना कम एंड बाय दिस थिंग, एंड एवरी टाइम I will be compelled to give her what she wants. And now the way she has grown up, now as a behavioral science person, student, I see that how she has learned it naturally to basically make other persons agree to what she wants. So we also have enough opportunities. Uh, I have a chapter there in the ebook which I have given you about facilitating techniques. And in that there are description of many techniques. Many of those techniques you are already using, and certain things you know that but may not be in your mind. So you go through that and you will get good repertoire you will get in your inventory for using it at different times. There is another thing also about facilitation skills is there. Uh, that is also worth reading, different skills of facilitation. And in addition to this, also there are so many other articles which will be useful. So friends, I have tried my best to utilize this, whatever time has been given by Mr. Kaushal. It was very great thing, and I have a very bad habit. I don't overload participants, but it is my desire to give more and more and more, whether it is any training program, any course, any training program. And I have done, I have created that especially for you, and I think you'll find it useful. So all these 7 days. I enjoyed very much. It gave me a lot of time to refresh many of those things and also to do something for the organization ISTD. I told in the beginning that I had a very long association with ISTD. I was not an active member, but otherwise I was giving my services to them whenever they want. Very much thankful to my very old friend Kaushal Saab for giving this task to me. And thank you so much for being so nice to me. I shall be available not only on facilitation. You are a trainer, and anything which I know, you can ask me anytime through phone, through email, or in whatever manner, or in personal meeting. Of course, in Corona, we are not able to meet. And I will be also thinking that what good things I can bring for the trainers who want to develop themselves. One of the things in my mind this morning came that sometimes I will online only. I will throw a program again on instrumentations in HRD. That is for trainers, what type of instruments will be useful in their training and OD and consulting. So thank you so much from my side. And I welcome you anytime, in any way, whatever way you want to interact